All right, Shalom. First, like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shemel Shai, by Shemel Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is another quick lesson, just a property update. It says parts of Australia hit by worst flooding in centuries. And, we at the end of Esau's kingdom, so this is have been happening um, um, a whole lot. A lot of record breaking stuff that hasn't happened in centuries, stuff that never happened before, because we at the end, man, according to the scriptures. So I'm going to start with this precept and then play this video. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and you measure the time by keeping up with the prophecies, which is the things that happens in the news. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And this is a prime example of Yahweh Shemel Shah visiting this place. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Right, and the end is being manifest. And all the end means is that coming at the ending of Esau's kingdom. And the Lord is bringing them down right before everyone's eyes, man. And it's all in the Bible. But I'm going to play this clip.
Parts of Australia have been hit by the worst flooding in a century, and more torrential rain and wind is forecast in the coming days. Days of torrential downpours have caused dams and river levels to surge across large stretches of New South Wales. The Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, has offered emergency funds for those who've been forced to flee. About 1,000 people in the western suburbs of Sydney have been urged to evacuate their homes, and thousands more have been told they need to prepare to leave. From Sydney, Phil Mercer reports.
In New South Wales, officials had warned Sydney was potentially facing a rain bomb. Torrential downpours have turned roads into rivers and fields into lakes. Homes have been swamped, and emergency crews have responded to thousands of calls for help. For the first time in years, Sydney's main reservoir is overflowing, putting suburbs at risk of flooding.
We worry about we escape or stay here, we don't know. Just so worry about now. We prepare my handbag and some things, so we ready to move now.
Oh, we're just inundated at the moment, and the water's still rising. It's come up about a foot in the last hour. This is the worst I've seen it. Last year, just after Christmas, it was pretty bad as well, but not this bad.
There's going to be a lot of people that maybe don't get their houses flooded, but they won't get to work. The roads will be wrecked as well.
Across New South Wales, Australia's most populous state, residents in many low-lying areas have been told to leave. Communities to the north of Sydney have been badly affected.
In parts of the mid and north coast regions which are experiencing the 1 in 100 year event, there's been sustained damage to infrastructure, there's been sustained damage to how people communicate and move around. And I just want to say to everybody in New South Wales who's experiencing that fear and that anxiety, that our thoughts are with you and we'll get assistance to you as soon as we can.
Oh my goodness.
Near the town of Taree, a house was washed away down a river by floodwaters. It's a day the owners will never forget. They were supposed to get married, but the bride and groom were kept apart by the floods. The wild weather has delayed the rollout of COVID-19 vaccinations. More storms are expected in the next few days. Phil Mercer, BBC News, Sydney.
That's what they get. This is 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Right, and the pride of this place is, you being able to be and do whatever you want to do. That's contrary to the statutes, laws, and commandments that's in the Bible, man. Just another one.
Are you going to take Vladimir Putin up on his offer to talk live with you?
I'm sure we'll talk at some point.
Are you going to impose sanctions on Russia, sir?
Pardon
Are
me?
you imposing sanctions on Russia, sir?
That'll come in time.
Do you have a new goal for that?
We hope we can keep the pace about 2.5 million a day, which would mean that we may be able to get to, may be able to double it. But we've met the goal and we're continuing to move forward. Thank you.
All right, and all that symbolized was America's coming down, man. See, everything is spiritual, and that's why it's important to watch the news media. And they help. Biden is helping bring this place down, man. All that money that they keep implementing to the system, you know, eventually still has to be paid back, which is going to cause hyperinflation, or inflation, again, hyperinflation, however it happens. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Babylon is America. And deliver every man his soul. Right, you know. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. Right, so we giving everybody the truth because we're in the time of the Lord's vengeance, man. And that's one of the prime examples right there. Falling up the stairs, you know, America is coming down, man. He will render unto her a recompense, right? We've been in slavery in America. We still are in slavery over here in America. We've been taxed, you know. It's like we're being oppressed, you know, everything, man. So, it says, Babylon had been the golden cup. It's like for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her recompense, right? America's eventually going to be destroyed. Babylon, which is America, has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Right, man. The Lord lifted up this place, man. You know, the reason why all the nations want to come over here and make money out from America and everything, man. It's like it. That's because the Lord lifted this place up, man. Esau don't have no might. You know, the scriptures say, let me see. It's a lot there. Sorry, okay. All right, this is Psalm chapter 75. I'm going to take you to the point. Verse 6, it says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High, Habashim Shai, is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another." That's talking about a kingdom, man. So the only reason why Esau is in power is because of Habashim Shai. Okay, yeah, I can't find another precept, but this is back at Jeremiah. It says Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 7, "Babylon had been the golden cup in the Lord's hand that maketh all the earth drunken," right, with its philosophies. You know, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, right? The nations are mad because the philosophy of America is what's been putting them in either recession because of the monetary system, or having the women rule over them, or come up against them with the democracy, got homosexuals in their country, etc., man, and they're not with that shit, man. It says, "The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so be she may be healed." And they've been putting money into the system, get the system stimulated, and it hasn't worked. Now that, now America's on its way down, man. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, right? The nations are leaving America, man. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies, right? So America's judgment, America is eventually gonna be destroyed, man. And Esau done so much wickedness that it's his time to be destroyed, man. I'm gonna end it with this precept. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom," which is Esau, which is the so-called Caucasian race. "We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, let us rise up against her in battle." And that happened already with the Egyptian president. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised." Right? These heathens hate America, man. And this is Russia. Russia hates America also, man. The Lord gonna put the spirit on them. See, they just working with each other right now, but the Lord eventually gonna put the spirit on Russia to shoot missiles on America, man. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks." Right, and that's America's habitation, Esau's habitation, man. These big, tall buildings, man. At one point in time, they used to live in the caves. So that's why they got, like, this place imitating Cave City. That's why they got all these tall buildings. Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, "Who shall bring me down to the ground?" Right, proud. Esau. Don't think nobody can bring him down. "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle," right, because they have that as a symbol, the modern Roman Empire, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thy Star Wars program, they got the weapons out there in outer space because they trying to fight against Yahweh Shema Shai. "This will I bring thee down," saith the Lord, man. So once they set that up, They have been coming down ever since, man. And that's prophecy. But with that, I don't want to drag it out too much longer. Call all you have about Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Ruel and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.